We are getting it in. Let me set my music. All right. I am exhausted, but guess what? I'm so excited to stretch. Oh, a bolster.
Not bolster.
See where this is going to take me. Oh, it's like coiled up. Shit. Oh, I gotta go back to Zoom. Displays that like happy, gentle flow. Well, all is well. Tonight's session is going to really just be about getting ready for bed. I'm exhausted. I've taken a nap. I've woken up from a nap. I'm still like lethargic. So we're going to open up our heart, our minds to get ready for a great night's sleep. The oils that I will be using tonight are going to be a pink pepper blend, as well as a wild orange. So a little bit of citrus and the pink pepper, nice grounding oil, citrusy. All right, so meet me in easy seated. And easy seated can look like wherever, if you're sitting on the couch, if you're laying in the bed. So if you're sitting on the couch, of course, easy seated is where you're sitting on your couch, being aware of your spine. If you're on the floor, on a mat like me, and this is a comfortable seat for you, keys to make sure your back is straight, shoulders are away from your ears, palms facing down on your knees. All right, let's go inward and close our eyes and focus on our breath. Breathing in love, peace, and harmony. And exhaling anything from the day that does not serve us in this moment and for the moments after. Let's just sit still with ourselves for 3 cycles of breath, honoring the space that we're in the present moment. Emptying out any and everything that does not serve us. All right, when you're ready, let's wiggle our fingers and our toes, gently blinking your eyes open. Bringing awareness to the space that you're in. Let's set our intention for the night. My intention for each and every one of you is to have an amazing night's rest, opening up some tightness in our bodies, and just honoring our minds and our spirits. All right, let's put our palms together in front of our heart space. And let's bring our hands up and put your elbows together. So let's sit right here in this space for 3 cycles of breath, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Your hands are right at your third eye. And focus on any tension or tightness in your shoulder blades and the back of your neck. Spine is straight. And let's move on that final breath. Let's start to bring our hands up past our crown. Elbows still together, moving up until your hands and your arms are straight. And pull your hands down to the side, making sure your shoulders are away. All right, let's bring our palms together again. Don't rest your hands. All right, we're gonna do this motion again. Actually, we're gonna do it 3 more times. Each time, let's go a little slower, paying attention to our shoulders, pulling them away from our ears, and just rotating your hands up. This is good. I'm feeling the heat in my shoulders. All right, let's come down. And number 2, bring our palms together again. All right, honoring yourself. Where are you? Where's the tension and the tightness? Bring your elbows together. Come up. And fan your hands down. Amazing. All right, this is our last one. So let's put our palms together again. Bringing our hands up, elbows together, shoulders away from your ears. Now this time we're just gonna bring our hands together, clasp your fingers together, pointing fingers up, and continue till your arms are straight. Shoulders away from your ears. Now let's hinge our body over to the right, looking up and looking down. All right, let's come up to the middle and exhale. Let's go to the opposite side, emptying out, looking up, down. All right, let's come to center and bring your hands down, exhaling big, emptying out any and everything that does not serve you. Awesome. All right, let's fan our hands out. I'm going to sweep our hands up, making sure your fingers are spread wide, shoulders are away from your ears. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. All right, we're going to do this 4 times. So on the inhale, let's sweep our hands up, spreading your fingers wide. Shoulders are away from your ears. Feels great. All right, bring your hands down to heart center. Exhaling big, emptying out. All right, let's go again. Getting your fingers wider. Let's go a little slower. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Inhaling big. And exhale, emptying out. Bringing your hands down to heart center. Awesome. This time, let's sweep our hands up and keep your hands, actually rest them the opposite ends of the room. Make sure your shoulders are down. And you can rotate your elbows in. Shoulders are away from your ears. Make sure your back is straight, heart is open. Hold this for 3 cycles of breath. You should start to feel a nice little burn in your shoulder blades. All right, let's go. Let's continue to sweep our hands up over our head. Ooh, nice little tight, little burn. Bring your hands down to heart center. Ooh, I'm feeling the heat. All right, now, this is the last one. Sweep your hands up over your head. Awesome. Inhaling big. All right, let's bring our hands down to heart center, making sure spread your elbows out and hold it right here. Now, let's twist to the right. Twist your arms, looking over your left shoulder. Should get a nice side body stretch. And come to center. Let's go to the opposite side. All right, let's look over our shoulder. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And come to center and release. Let's rotate our shoulders back. We did some good work on our shoulders. Feel that burn. A nice little glisten on my head. All right, rotate your shoulders forward. All right. How's everybody feeling? Feels great. All right, now let's sweep our hands over our heads. And let's bring our right hand behind our back and bend your left elbow. Fingertips touching. Make sure your elbow is straight. All right, now let's sweep over to the right. So just pull your body over to the right. Get a nice, juicy stretch. Make sure your heart is open. So open up your chest and then shoulders are away from your ears and come up. Let's go to the left side or the opposite side. A nice stretch. And come up. Release. All right. Work her shoulders out. Should feel a nice burn right in here. Feels good. All right. Okay. Sweep our hands over our heads. All right. Left hand behind your back. Bend your right elbow. Fingertips touching. Ooh, this feels good. All right. Hold it. All right. Let's pull our body over to the left. Make sure your sits bones are on the mat and your chest is up. Let's come up and opposite side. Making sure you're flowing through your breath. Making sure your movements are for you in this moment. Just you on the mat. All right, let's come up and release. Put your shoulders out. Put your shoulders. All right, so let's find our way to a tabletop position. We're going to come on our knees in a tabletop. In the tabletop, make sure your shoulders and your wrists are in alignment, and then make sure your hips and your knees are in alignment. How amazing is it that I'm doing yoga with the rain behind me? Awesome. All right, so let's do some cat-cows. So we are going to, on the cow, we're going to bring our belly to the mat, lifting our chin and our hips up. On the cow, we're going to exhale big, hollow out our back, so our belly is to our spine. And let's come into a cow. Inhaling big. Exhale to cat. Right, let's flow through the cow. Inhaling big. Exhale, cat. Let's go. Inhale, last round, make it good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. All right, let's bring our big toes together and your knees are to the side of the mat. You find yourself in a child's pose. So you're going to come, your hips are going to be back to your heels, arms extended out. Shoulders are away from your ears. Spread your fingertips wide. Do 2 full cycles of breath, honoring our space, remembering our intention for this evening. All right, when you're ready, come up to tabletop. Bring your knees together, hip distance apart. Bring your arms in to where your arms and your shoulders are in alignment. All right, so let's do some thread the needle. This is one of my favorite poses. So let's sweep our right hand up in the air. Wiggle your fingers. And let's pull that right arm underneath the left, laying your shoulder on the mat. And pull, extend your left hand out. Stay here for 2 to 3 or 3 cycles of breath. Have my essential oil towel. Before a deeper stretch, pull your left hand behind your back. Put your shoulders away from your ear. And breathe. Do 1 more full cycle of breath. And when you're ready, put the left hand on the mat, almost flat on the mat. And lift your right shoulder up and extend your right hand up in the air and bring it back down to meet the left. All right. Let's go. Left hand up. Wiggle your fingers. And let's thread that needle. Left hand under right, left shoulder on the mat. Extend your right hand out. In your practice, bring your hand behind your back. Shoulder away from your ears. Let's do 2 full cycles of breath. When you're ready, bring the right hand to the mat. Let's lift our left shoulder up and extend our left hand all the way in the air and bring it back down. And slide. All right, let's rotate our shoulders and our hips. We're going to do a circular motion with our body. Just roll your hips and use your wrists for support, or the palms of your hands, not your wrists, sorry. Just roll your body, opening up your hips and your shoulders. Let's do one more full rotation and then go to the opposite side. And just get a gauge of where you are, where there's tension. You can't move it all. I mean, you know, you can start small. You can do a little circle. Wherever you are in your practice. As long as you start somewhere. All right, let's come to neutral position. Extend our toes back. Let's bring our knees, lift our knees off the mat. Bring your hips back to down dog. Walk our dog. When you walk your dog, you're going to bend one leg and straighten the opposite leg. And you're just going to go back and forth. Because I stand on my feet all day long, I like to make sure I stretch my toes back and forth as well. And shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Now let's come to stillness. And let's lift, and we're going to practice our balancing. So make sure your fingers are spread wide. You're going to lift your right hand and tap and grab your left knee. Come back up. You're going to lift your left hand and grab your right hand. Now, let's lift our left leg up, our right leg up in the air. Raise it at the knee. And let's twist our hips and rotate your ankle under your, and you can see your ankle under your underarm, rotating your circular motion. And then go the opposite way. Awesome. All right, now when you're ready, straighten your hips and pull your foot through to a lunge position. So in your lunge, you're going to make sure your knee and ankle are in alignment and your back foot is straight. So both of your feet are forward. And just like you're getting up, like you're running track, you know, you get off those little, I don't know what they're called. Anyway. All right, so let's come up to runner's lunge. And then we're just going to bring our hands back behind us. And then come up to a crescent lunge. All right. Woo, you might feel a little wobble. Some goodness in your knees. All right, let's helicopter our hands back down to the mat. Bring your back foot down, flatten out your foot. And now we're just in a regular lunge. So now what I want to do is pull your hips back and lift your foot up. And find a nice stretch in your hamstring, back of your thigh. Let's come up, pull your hips forward, and come forward. It's a great hip opener. All right, we're going to rotate 3 to 4 times. Back and forth. Pull back, hips are back. Lift your foot. Be gentle through the movement. If there's any tightness or tension, that you honor that. Modifications would be to just stay here, or you can go here. You don't have to come all the way back. So wherever you are in your practice, there. All right. Pull through one more full round. In neutral position. All right, let's extend our toes back. Lift up that back leg. Flatten out the palms of your hands and bring your right leg to meet your left. Let's walk our dog. All right, let's extend our left leg in the air. Bend your left knee. Twist your hips and rotate your ankle. Opposite leg. All right, let's straighten up our hips and then pull that left leg through to a lunge. All right, remember the alignment. All right, so we're here. Let's helicopter our hands back. And then pull our hands through to warrior. I'm sorry, to lunge. All right, let's windshield or helicopter our hands to the mat. Pull back that back leg, lay it flat, flatten out our foot. And we're just gonna pull our hips back, lifting up our foot. Getting a nice stretch in the back of our leg. All right, let's pull our hips forward. Straightening it out. See where you are in your flow. Flow back. Wherever you are. If it's here, you may start off here for a month, and then month 2 you may be here, and then you're eventually here to where you're here. The gradual flow. Yoga is wherever you are, wherever you allow your mind, where your mind allows your body to go. Your body allows your mind. Right, let's come back. Let's do this 2 more full rounds. Good. All right, come up. And flow at your own pace, making sure you flow through your breath as you move back and forth. All right. And when you're ready, meet me in neutral position. Send our toes back, lift your knee up, and then bring your left leg to meet your right. And to a down dog. Walk your dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Let's come forward to plank. So in your plank position, you're going to extend your elbows in and then just come flat to your mat and flatten out your feet. Make sure your hands are right next to your chest, elbows up, and just push up into baby cobra. If not, you're just going to, your hands are right next to you. You're not going to use your hands to push off, and then come back down. Come up, baby cobra, and come down. And then we're going to flow through your breath. So let's do this one more time. On the inhale, come up, baby cobra. Exhale. All right, when you're ready, let's bring ourselves up. And we're going to find ourselves sitting on our heels. So let's come all the way up and sit back on your heels. Whew. Feels good. All right, so for this last couple of poses, I really want to start to work out. We're going to sit in hero's pose. So I want to work out our hips. We're going to do a little bit of feet work because some of us have been using our feet all day, whether we've been walking around, extending our feet in our chairs, what have you. So If it's in your practice, let's extend our feet back and sit on your heels. And let's sit here for 3 cycles of breath. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. And stretch out your toes. Honoring your feet. Sending love and light to your feet. Being grateful that your feet are enabling you to walk about in a way that is grounded, firm, strong. All right, and when you're ready, you can flatten your feet out and come back on the back of your hips. That was intense to me. That was a lot. Okay. So now let's sweep our hands over our heads. Shoulders are away from your ears. Let's bring our hands down the heart center. Let's do this 2 more times. Sweeping your hands up over your head. Inhaling big. Now this time we're going to bring our right hand behind us and put your left hand on your knee. Find a nice side body stretch, making sure your back is straight. Shoulders are away from your ears. All right, let's sweep our hands up over our head and come the opposite way. Left hand behind your back, right hand on your knee. And twist. All right, sweep your hands up over your head and bring your hands down the heart center. So now what I want us to do is I want us to walk our hands back behind us. So actually, let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, turn your hands to where your fingers are right behind your toes or your sits bones. All right, so that muffin top. Okay, so what we're going to do is pinch your shoulder blades back together. All right, and you can hollow out your back, chest is up, and bring your neck back. Come up when you're ready, and then let's walk our hands in front of us out into a child's pose. All right, let's walk our hands back to the middle, and then we're just going to walk our hands behind us and come back. Hollowing out your back, letting your neck go. Breathing, inhaling big. Exhaling, and come up. And walk your hands forward to a child's pose. Let's walk our hands back. All right. Now what I want us to do is come up to our knees. All right, make sure your knees are hip distance apart. Your knees and your hips are in alignment. Okay, so now we're going to do a camel pose. So what I want us to do is just extend back and touch your right heel with your right hand and come up. All right, let's go to the opposite side. Left heel, left hand. Let's get a gauge of where you think you can go. All right, let's do it again. Right hand to right heel. And come up. Left hand to left heel. And come up. All right. So now what I want us to do is put our hands right in the lower part of our back. So you're going to ball up your fists and put your hands right here. All right. And make sure your shoulder blades are pinched together. And you're just going to curve your back just a little bit and come back. Your neck can be neutral. Go back. See where you are. All right. Come up. Now, if it's in your practice, you can go into camel pose where you're touching your Fingertips to your heels, and you can bring your neck back. Make sure your back is hollowed out, chest is open, and come. Woo, it's juicy. All right, let's come forward and do one last child's pose just to counteract the juicy pose we just did with camel. And extend your hands out. Shoulders are away from your ears. 3 full cycles of breath. How amazing is that we stretch for 30 minutes, honoring our mind, our body, and our spirit. Right, when you're ready, come up into tabletop. Meet me in an easy seated position. Make sure your back is straight. Let's bring our hands to heart center. It's been a phenomenal 30 minutes. I want to thank you for sharing this practice tonight. As I said before, my intention was for you to stretch good so that you can have a wonderful night's rest. So as you lay your head down tonight, the light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.